Hello. Okay, so today I'm going to do a very, very quick introduction on the vagus nerve. This is really quick because this could be a very, very long workshop that we could go into a lot of detail. But for today, I'm just going to give a super quick introduction. So the vagus nerve is the longest cranial nerve. It starts here at the brainstem and runs all the way down to the colon. So it was essentially, it touches everything on the way down. So this has a huge impact on it basically controls our autonomic nervous system. So when this is functioning well, of course, we're able to navigate stress. We're able to bounce back from stress. And when it's not, so we want to almost look at this as though it's a muscle or a pathway, shall we say, right? So when messages can move through that pathway without obstructions, then we'll be able to navigate stress much better. There always will be stressors day to day. These will arise, right? But when we can bounce back from that stress with much more ease and flow, how much easier is that going to make our day, right? When, it's not any tiny thing and all of a sudden we're up here and can't come back down into that calm and present engaged state. So, given the society that we live in, it's stressful. There is a lot of stressors and not a lot of ways taught as to how to actually navigate that, right? So, basically, this vagus nerve is the mind-body connection. So this is very important that we keep this in mind because there are actually, for every one nerve that communicates to the body, there are actually 9 that communicate from the body up to the brain. So we want to keep this functioning. So a couple of things that I will share is that when that vagus nerve has low tone, shall we say, you will experience probably a number of these at any given time: anxiety, overwhelm, depression, difficulty bouncing back from stress. So again, coming into that, like you get stressed out and then you're just up here for the rest of the day and you can't seem to come back down, right? You're feeling flat, just kind of shut down, gut issues, insomnia, chronic pain, inflammation, fatigue, and many more. So again, you've probably experienced a number of these at one time, and this is a really key point as to your vagus nerve probably is not super toned, not working in the ways that it could be. So the beauty here though is that we can tone it. So again, if we are thinking about it as like a muscle, it's not, but if we were to think of it that way, then yes, we can develop that tone. And of course, this takes consistency and commitment. So I encourage you to choose at least one of these things and do it every day for 21 days and see if you notice a difference. So a few things that we can do is, one is a cold splash in the shower. So have your shower, do your thing, and then turn it to as cold as you can manage it, right? It will take, of course, time to kind of build up to really cold as well. But turn it to as cold as you can manage and just have a cold splash, 30 seconds even. What else? Also in the shower, a really fun thing to do is to gargle very loudly. I recommend telling anybody that might be in the house with you at the time that you're going to do this because it's loud. So just take some water, from the shower in your mouth and gargle really loudly. And so the vagus nerve is connected to the larynx and pharynx, so that will stimulate that. Singing and humming as well, also just because it is attached to the larynx and pharynx there, then you'll be stimulating the vagus nerve. So this can be so fun too. If you have kiddos, just sing about anything that you're doing. You're making a sandwich, I'm putting on some lettuce, I'm gonna have tomato, anything. Like whatever you want to do, just sing about anything, right? What else? Intentional breathing. So focusing on breathing about 6 breaths per minute. We tend to breathe about 12 breaths per minute. So if you can focus on intentional breathing, breathe about 6 breaths per minute. Another thing that's really, really great is some like chanting or toning, that kind of thing. There's a practice of vu, which is really powerful. So this sounds just like that. You can look it up as well. You can look up a video all about it. Just look up practice of vu. And this is, you take a nice deep breath in, and then as though it's like a cruise ship coming in, you want a really low tone here. Vu. Go as long as you can. You'll feel the vibrations here in your chest, and ultimately, if you can get, as you continue to practice that, you'll feel the vibrations actually in your stomach as well, in your diaphragm area, in your abdominal area. So there are some tips and tricks of how to increase vagal tone. There are plenty more, but just start, again, like I say, start with one every day and just see how you go. See how you go for the next 21 days. Thanks for tuning in. Have such a great day.